everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. You joined me for another video about decluttering, and I thought we would make this week's video a little bit seasonal as we're working into the autumn or the fall time of year. Now, I want to have a look through my, I guess what I'd call my non-Christmas seasonal items and see what I can declutter and see what I would still like to keep. I didn't need to do this over the spring and summer because I really don't decorate for spring and summer. I have one spring decorative item, and that is this cushion here with a little hedgehog on. I just put that out on our armchair throughout the spring and summer, and this is the only thing that really adds a little pop of colour to our living room, and that is that, because I prefer to have a much crisp, fresh feeling through the spring and summer. I don't really need to decorate with seasonal items, and I say that because I know in this box from previous years I've got sort of Easter themed items as well that I would also like to declutter because I don't think I will be using them. However, all of that being said, I do like to have a few little bits and pieces out over the autumn. I think it is a time of year where you start to feel a little bit more cozy and you want your house to feel very cozy in itself. So I will be keeping a few of my items, but in all honesty, I can't exactly remember what is in here. So we're going to have a look through, get rid of the things I'm not going to be using anymore, and then I'll show you how I'm going to minimally decorate my house through the autumn time. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have collected a lot of stuff, decorative items over the years. I have had a history of being very maximalist with this, really sort of ransacking home sense. I've even got something in one of their carrier bags right here, and really sort of going to town on decorating, and I really want this year to be different. Likewise with Christmas, I don't plan on going over the top for Christmas this year. I want it to be fairly minimal, but just, you know, to have that little sense of, in this case, autumn, or that little Christmassy feeling when we get there. So I still would like to have that feeling in my house, but I don't want to go mad with it. I have a feeling some of the stuff I've put out in the past, some of it is lovely, I'm not gonna lie, I think some of it is pretty tacky for sort of the Halloween time of the year, and it's time to get rid of those things and just keep the items that really truly matter. So we're going to get straight into the decluttering, and then when I'm done, the bits that I've kept, I'm going to show you how I want to decorate just in my living room. I have decided for the autumn, the only room I'm going to sort of give that cozy feeling to is my living room. I'm not really interested in putting things throughout my house. And at Christmas, very much the same thing. I'll be decorating minimally my living room, and I have a small Christmas tree that I keep in my garden throughout the year and bring in just to decorate and put on the kitchen table at Christmas time. So there would be one thing in my kitchen, but otherwise I am going to be keeping all my decorations throughout the seasons very minimal this year. So without further ado, let's get on to the declutter. So I am going to be keeping this pillow. I will be putting it away ready for next spring and summer. I do not feel guilty about having this one seasonal item that sees me through the spring and summer. I think that's absolutely fine. So this I will be putting away so it doesn't get dirty, and it will be going away upstairs somewhere until next spring. So that one to keep. I've then also got this set of autumn flowers that I put together last year. So I bought this jug. It isn't a functional actual jug, it is a decorative jug, and I bought these few flower stems from The Range in the UK. If you're not in the UK, it's just a UK based store. It has homeware, decorative items, arts and crafts, a bit of a mixture really, but it's quite a nice shop. And I put this together last year to put on our kitchen table. I really do love this. I think just the bits of orange and purple, it's a really simple way to add a pop of autumn colour to your living room. So I'm going to keep this, and I think I'll probably put it somewhere on this bench over here. So this is an autumn themed keep. I've then got this big box which I'll go through in a minute, but before then I do have this cushion which I think for someone that's trying to be a bit minimal, I probably shouldn't keep it, but I am going to. So it's just sort of this checkered pattern which I think is lovely and autumny, which is the side I'll have facing forward throughout the autumn. But then for Halloween week, it's got a little witch on a bicycle on the other side. I'm not very big into Halloween, like trick-or-treating or things like that, but I do quite like this cushion. I don't mind a little bit of decoration, but I've never been into scary things. I'm not into horror films. I'm not going to have cobwebs and spiders dangling in my house. That's just not something I would enjoy. But yes, I'm going to put this pillow out in place of this one on my armchair, and then Halloween week I can just spin that around, and then we'll be on to Christmas, I suppose, after that. So I do own 3 decorative cushions, my spring, summer, my autumn, and then I have a Christmas one as well. And those are the only 3 cushions I own outside the 5 plain ones that came with my sofa. That's it. So I have just one to go on my armchair at 3 different points in the year. So that's another keep. So far we're not doing very well. We're keeping everything. Let's get into the box. So as I said, there's going to be some spring sort of Easter bits in here too that I am going to want to get rid of. So let's have a look. Oh, I'd completely forgotten about this. Okay, I bought this last year. I feel like it's missing a ribbon. It is. There we go. I bought this last year just to put on my kitchen counter. This was from HomeSense. It cost me $7.99. It's still got the sticker on it. And I got this just to put on my kitchen counter. I do really like it. I think it's really cute, but in all honesty, I think someone will probably get more use out of it. Now I think about it, this might be an item my sister might like, or even my mum, so I think I can probably let this go. As I say, I don't want too many items out on my counters, so as much as I love this, I probably will get annoyed looking at it being out on my kitchen counters, because I treat my kitchen as a very functional space, not really a place to be decorated. It's there to do a job, so I think we'll be letting this go. I've then got a lantern, which inside I have put one of those fake electric battery powered little lights, which this one has obviously given up since last year, but then you just light it. It could also be used for Christmas, but again, it's not something I'm particularly attached to. I've had it probably for 3 years. It's done, I think I keep it out through autumn and Christmas. It's done quite a bit and I did enjoy it. I think this was also from HomeSense. Doesn't have a price on, so I can't confirm, but I think this can go as well. This one is a spring/Easter item. It is just a board. I don't know if you can read it because of the lighting, but it says, "Spring is here, hippity hoppity, egg hunt, family, fun, bunnies, jelly beans, happy Easter." And again, this is another item. It's still got the price on. This was HomeSense as well. It was only $3.99, but I've never put this up, so this can definitely go. I've also got a Easter spring themed wreath. I would never put this up outside because it's very delicate, and if it got wet in the rain, it would just not do very well. It's not very sturdy. The back of it is only made from like polystyrene. It's not strong at all. I don't put this up. I haven't put this up since I lived in my parents' house, and I used to put it up on my bedroom door. I'm not going to put it up, so this can go. This is a not very well made pumpkin. I made it myself out of felt a couple of years ago. I'm not very proud of it, to be honest, so I think that can also go. Ooh, now this I love. I think this is really going to go with the theme in my living room because it's generally anything that's a bit of an accent. Like I have one ornament that's a feather over there and my lamp, and some of my planters, they're gold. It's pretty much white, green and gold in here. So I feel like I could get away with putting this little pumpkin out over autumn with it being gold, and it would fit in with the theme. And it's not too in your face, it's very simple. So I'm going to keep this one and see if I can find a home for it. It might also be worth mentioning that even of the items I say I'm keeping, I'm going to see how I do with putting them out. And if I can't find a home for them, I'll just add them to the declutter pile. So we'll see when we get there. Next thing are my Easter eggs. So this one's made of wood, another HomeSense, $4.99. And this has just got this metal, almost like a plaque on it with a bunny rabbit on. And these are just Easter themed eggs. And I've got some glass ones that I put either side, different lovely pastel colours for the spring. I don't see myself putting these out again. So I think with all of my seasonal things, I'm going to check first to see if family members want them, because they probably will. My mum and my sister also really enjoy going to HomeSense, and with us being in lockdown this year, we've not had an opportunity to go. It's a little bit of a drive to our nearest one, so we've just not got that far out and been. So they might like a few Easter or autumn Halloween bits for their own homes. So I will be saving these to see if they're interested in having them. I have an Easter bunting. It does say Happy Easter. I'm not going to unfold it all now. It's got bunny rabbits on and it's got carrots on, but again, it's very babyish, I think. It's something you could probably get away with putting in a child's bedroom, but I'm not going to be putting it up in my house. Maybe if you were having a party or something, you could hang it up, but I'm not going to keep that. Here we go. A few years ago, I bought a set of Halloween cookie cutters, but I only used the bat and the crow. I haven't even detached these from the cardboard packaging. And if you've seen my 30-day minimalism challenge video where I decluttered items every single day for a month, then I talked about these. So I bought a Halloween themed cookie jar, which is actually the item I got rid of on day one. And I mentioned at the same time I also bought some cookie cutters. I don't actually know where these two are because I was living at my parents' house at the time, so they might still be there, but I don't need these. Oh, I tell a lie. Here's the bat, which means the crow is probably in here somewhere. Okay, the next thing I've got is just I'm not sure if this is a towel or a tea towel. What does it say? Hand towel. So it's an Easter themed hand towel that my gran got me with a little bunny rabbit on. I don't use it. I also have some Halloween themed tea towels that I have kept, but I don't know if I'll use. That's sort of, I'm going to see how I go. Whoa, that put so much dust in the air. I think my gran bought this for me because I used to have a little grey bunny rabbit and unfortunately he passed away. This was years ago now, and I think she bought this for me to cheer me up, and so I would like to keep this on a sentimental level. So that's just one item I'm going to say I'll keep, although it has covered me in white fluff. The next item is just this box. It's like a box frame thing that you can like just stand up. One of those items that personally I've started to find to be somewhat pointless. But again, another HomeSense item. This only cost me $3.99, price still on the back. Just says Happy Easter with some little chicks on. I don't know if you can see that. But again, that can go. Another one still with the price on. This is just an Easter picture with a rabbit on and some Easter eggs. Again, gorgeous pastel colours for the spring, but I'm not going to be putting this up, so I can leave this to see if anyone else wants it. Now, I'm not ashamed to say this, even though I probably should be. I only bought this last Halloween from HomeSense, so about a year ago, and I remember my dad saying that it's awful, and it is a mirror with skulls on just here. So I do quite like this, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not an item I'm going to display in my living room. I did actually have it out only last year. I thought with the gold again it might work, but I don't think I need to keep this any longer. Oh, another one of my homemade felt pumpkins that I sewed. Don't need that. Oh, here's the crow. Cookie cutter, found it. Here we go. Now we're onto the more tacky, cheap, Halloweeny bits. So just a little bucket that says trick or treat. I did put sweets in this one year, and then last year I bought, again I mentioned it in my 30-day minimalism challenge video, I bought, it was actually an egg basket, but it reminded me of a cauldron, so last year I put that out with sweets on it, and I've got rid of that as well because I don't want to encourage myself to have sweets out even through Halloween, because you know, Christmas will be bad enough. I'll have so much sweets and chocolate then that I just don't need to encourage it through the autumn as well. So this bucket's going to go. In here there are 2 candle holders. Now we all know I don't like candles. You're meant to put like a little tea light in the back and then it looks like the eyes glow. So this one's a little cat. I don't want that anymore. And if I'm correct, I think this one's a pumpkin. It is. This one's a pumpkin, but I do not need to keep these anymore. I'm definitely going to let them go, as well as the bucket. Okay, then we've got the other Easter eggs that I was mentioning. So these are the glass ones. So I have this blue coloured one that kind of sparkles a little bit. It's very nice. It's not that I don't like them. It's just I don't want to be cluttering my space with things like this throughout the spring. So I have a pink glittery one and then a blue, more sort of, it's like that frosted, crackled effect on those. So I've got those 2. And then this is the last thing. So actually I'm not going to be keeping very much for the autumn after all. Now this, I think, is wrapped in a tea towel to keep it safe. This, I feel like, it's very bold, it's very vibrant. I probably should let it go, but I don't know what it is about this, but I just think this pumpkin is gorgeous. This cost me £10 from HomeSense, and again it's that sort of crackled effect and with like a silver top. It was made in India, and I just think it is gorgeous, and I've had it maybe for 3 or 4 years, and I've put it out every year, and I just really like it. So I suppose having 2 pumpkins on display isn't the end of the world. If I'm honest, I would love to also have a white one to go beside this one, but then, I don't know, 3 pumpkins, is that becoming a little bit too much? I'm not sure, but I am going to keep this one. So actually, all in all, I've only kept for the autumn side of things my flowers in the jug, 2 pumpkins, and a cushion. I don't think really that is too bad, and so in terms of a declutter, there is an awful lot here that I am going to be getting rid of. Okay, I'm going to put those few bits out so you can see how they look and how I think they will fit with my living room decor, and I'll see you in a minute. Here is a quick look at the items that I will be decluttering. So it's not an awful lot, but to be fair, I didn't have as much as I thought to begin with, so I'm pleased. I think I've really narrowed it down to the items I've actually decided to keep. I think it was 6 items in total across my autumn and spring summer themed things, and one of those is just going to be a sentimental keep. I probably won't get very much use out of it. And that's everything. So I've put my few autumn themed decorative items out in my living room. It is still very minimal, and I'm really happy. Before you go, I'll give you one last look around my living room, and I'll put that at the end of the video. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Remember to leave me a comment if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in another one. Until next time, take care, bye.